Cutting scale guys, Nexas here, and welcome back to Destiny 2. And in today's video guys, we are here with a late review of a really dope ass weapon. Okay, I am hella late to be honest. It's like 3 weeks since the dungeon came out, but we are going to be going over the brand new dungeon exotic, the Buried Bloodline. Now I only got this today because it was the one time I could do the dungeon this week, and yep, I got myself the exotic. This is what it's going to look like, and I will definitely say it's saucy. Can I go on a controller to make this a little bit better? Oh, but that's the view you want. If you go on controller, you get a bit of a better view when it comes to the UI. But honestly, the Buried Bloodline, this thing is hella sick looking. Of course, it is going to be a sidearm meta as well, boys. Don't worry, we have another sidearm meta kind of coming toward us. But this is going to be a super unique exotic. It's going to have the intrinsic trait, Hungry and Quarrel, double fires, tracking bolts, landing bolts, leeches health from the target, with, of course, its trait, Violent Reanimation. Multiple vinyl blows with this weapon grants Devour to the wielder. What makes this super interesting is that, first of all, it's a sidearm, that's special too. Super dope. But also that this will give you Devour on any subclass. So you can be, of course, a solar subclass, you get Devour. You could be a freaking strand subclass, you get Devour. This is a really cool and probably a niche weapon, but super unique that it could come in clutch in certain builds, or if you want to just like stay alive a lot. This could be really dope, but it is going to be special, which I will say isn't too big a deal, like, because obviously it does more damage, but it is a shame for, imagine it was a primary, you could constantly proc Devour off, it would be dope. We are going to showcase what this Buried Bloodline is like in some PvP and some PvE. This is going to be more of a PvE weapon, but boys, you can never put down the frickin' sidearm meta in some PvP. Oh, wait, I missed sidearm meta. Alrighty, so we are going to be on the Rusky lands with their Buried Bloodline, and this is what it's going to look like. I mean, this buried weapon, the sidearm, I mean, I love sidearms in general, boys, but this looks so dope. It's sort of like, I feel like 007 or something, or maybe I have like a mini crossbow in my hands. But this will be a weapon where it takes a degree of getting used to. This is not something you will absolutely wreck out with. You'll see. It's kind of a weird way of shooting. Like, you can definitely see, yo, young man, where are you going? Yo. What the? Where'd this guy go? What? I'm so confused right now. We'll get this guy though, and oh my god, give me the kill. Give me this guy as well. Give me him. I'm out of ammo. But this will be a really weird ass weapon. It shoots like 2 bolts at a time. It's also got massive zoom, so you can see it's really hard to kind of be accurate up close. But the one thing it will have is that it doesn't really have range fall off, because it's sort of like a rocket of some form. But yeah, this is gonna be a weapon you have to kind of get used to. You ain't not gonna be just absolutely slaying with this straight away. Oh. Look at that guy, and oh, we got a kill, and I'm so dead. Oh, buddy. Oh, look at us slay, boys. Look at that. The freaking double kill. Look at this guy. Oh, no, buddy. I got him. Oh my god. Freaking people up my ass every 2 seconds. You can 2-tap with this, by the way. I'm just kind of whiffing. But this can hit 2 headshots, and it does 52 per crit, and then it does 44 per body. You're going to miss a couple of shots. I'm not going to say you're going to be the most accurate person in the world with this thing. Like, it's definitely not going to be easy to hit with. But when you hit your shots, it can be nice. You see, I missed one of the bolts there. No! Oh, get me out. Someone. Oh my god, he got me from there. My good god. But you'll see, it's actually pretty interesting. And obviously, getting the extra little bit of health every time you hit people. I probably won't get the reanimation going. I mean, I'm not going to get multi-frags with this weapon PvP. And that's the one thing that obviously makes it not bad PvP, but you're not really hitting the full potential of the weapon. Buddy. Really, the shotgun. But you're not going to hit the full potential, of course, because you don't have the, you won't get the Devour log or the Devour really going with this, which is kind of a shame. And that's why when I was talking about the Catalyst, I don't think the Catalyst will make it go in too much either, because realistically, if you're not getting the Devour going, you're not going to really get the other stuff going. And out, buddy. Oh, buddy. And we're not hitting him. What? Game, hit this guy in the head, please. I'm freaking so screwed. There's going to be 2 guys coming up my ass now. Oh my god, I've got 1 bullet left apparently as well, and I missed. But yeah, I will definitely say that generally with this weapon, it's not going to be anything too fancy PvP. Like, as I said, don't get me wrong, it can be pretty interesting because it does have, of course, the like, not unlimited range, but it can go pretty damn far without needing the extra range and whatnot. But you're just going to struggle when it comes to just the general meta. I mean, someone comes in with a shotgun, they're most likely going to blast you before you can really do anything. Gonna be a muchacho here though, and ooh, look at that for a shot. Absolutely domed out of here. It is actually really satisfying to hit shots with it. I don't know what it really is about it, but when you hit your shots, it is satisfying. I'm not gonna lie, that feels so good. It's just a little... It does have a pretty low RPM though, I'll give it that much as well. Oh, there's a double tap, I'm telling you. When you get used to the freaking RPM, oh, it can actually do some work, but obviously It just takes such a skilled hand to actually make these useful. As with the good range though, as I said, it just pretty much has like no fall off. It's sort of like Forerunner, but without the range or whatever. You can see it's actually not bad now, buddy. You want to swing that? Nope, you don't. Oh, that's heavy. Oh, buddy. Guys, can we all just agree to stop going after just me? All right, we can get a kill streak going though, guys. We just need to get the right engagements. Let me slurp all this ammo. We slurp it all up and we'll get this guy. Oh, I did hit him. Oh man, the freaking zoom on this thing, it's so large. Anyone here? And oh, that's heavy. Oh, that's heavy. Oh, that's heavy. Oh my god, he's 1 HP. And sometimes it just hits body shots, and if you don't hit the headshot with this, it definitely won't two-tap. So it can take a while to get your shots off. That's why they give you 6 bullets, so you can actually kind of, you know, guarantee yourself maybe a kill with a shot. So technically you could get 3 kills in one setup with this, but realistically, unless you're an absolute god aimer. Oh, like that. Oh my god, he got absolutely annihilated. But unless you're an absolute god aimer in this freaking game, you're realistically not going to hit like absolute 2-taps all the time. I will definitely say though, I would generally aim a little bit above people's heads with this. It definitely feels a lot better if you aim a little bit above them. If you aim behind them or if you aim at them, it'll generally hit them in the body, which is what you probably don't want. You want to be doing that double damage. But if you generally aim at their head, oh my god, freaking got frozen. But if you generally aim just above their head, it will usually hit that double crit or whatnot, because it will track a little bit, which is, as I said, pretty cool. And that's how you can kind of get used to it. So, oh, come on. Oh, guys, he took heavy. He took heavy. He took heavy. And I'm so dead. Oh, we got him with the last bullet. Man, the freaking boss just kept hitting the freaking wall there. We'll get this guy. And oh, he just got flicked on. Don't mind if I do, buddy. Don't mind if I freaking do. Yo, buddy. Take the smoke. Of course, he has a shotgun out. Oh my god, he's not even freaking smoked. Oh my god. I was just gonna try rail him with the volatile. But yeah, I will say it's actually super satisfying sidearm. As I said, you're not gonna exactly see this being the absolute meta or anything like that. You're gonna see people definitely go in with, oh my god, why? Why are you here? Why? Oh my god. Oh. How I'm alive, I will never know. I'm frozen though. Let me out, let me out, let me out. Let me leave the prison. I was 70 freaking slowed. And oh, the double hit though, boys. He's one shot. We should be able to push this. There we go. Yo, guys, if I don't get this kill, don't ask me how I'm alive. You know, you never ask Bungie how you got out of certain scenarios, because it will just happen sometimes. But look at this guy. How does that not one-shot Bungie? Come on. All right, there's a couple of Chacho piece here though, and there's a double. I'm telling you, if you get used to this, oh no, he's one shot, guys. Get him. No, he was one shot. I'm telling you, if you get used to this, you can definitely hit some domes with this thing. As I said, it's not bad at all at hitting headshots. I do think, of course, it takes a little bit of getting used to, but yo, buddy, here's the range though. There's the range on it. As I said, if you get used to how you shoot this thing, I'm telling you, you will hit so much more shots. I was seeing people like absolutely whiff with this thing and doing terrible, but I think if you actually kind of get used to it, you're going to do absolute work. Now, what the? Was that a pre-fired Nova bomb? Buddy, come on. There's no way you're pre-firing Nova bombs on my ass. Let me take this special though, buddy. But I will say the Buried Bloodline, I think it's really fun PvP. It's definitely going to be more of a, I wouldn't even say meme, because it can actually do well. It's not like Skyburner's Oath where it's kind of like a true meme weapon, but I do think it's definitely going to be a weapon where if you're using it PvP, it's going to be more for kind of messing around with people than actually like trying to be meta or anything like that, which is totally fine. As I said, not every weapon's going to be PvP, not every weapon's going to be PvE meta. But I do think that this is really fun. If you do master the Buried Bloodline, do not sleep on it, because this thing actually can do some work. As I said, it's got some really good range and everything, and I'm so dead. They're going to rush me. Oh, I'm so dead. Buddy. Oh my god. He's 1 HP. There we go. But yeah, it does take a little bit of mastery, but once you kind of get it down, I'm telling you, it actually can go in. But I would rather just having the 1v1s. Having the 6v6, you're constantly just getting like pushed against multiple people, which doesn't really go well for the weapon. Alrighty, time for the PvE side of things, of course, with their Buried Bloodline. And this is where it's gonna probably be a lot more unique, or probably better and everything. Now, we're not gonna hit many crits against... Is that always there? We're not gonna hit many crits against them, of course, Vex and everything, because you gotta hit them in the chest or whatnot. But I do think that PvE, of course, this is where it's going to be so much better. You can already see after just those hits, I got Devourlock already kind of going, or Devour going. So on a good build, especially if you want to be a hunter with Devour, and like I'm using Grafalcons, there is a ton of different combos you can kind of get going on this, and that's what makes it super unique. And as I said, because the range on this is so freaking long, you can go pretty damn far with this sort of sidearm. It has a ton of ammo in reserve too, because obviously it is going to be a special weapon. So it can definitely go in PvE. I'm telling you, this is where you're definitely going to see the best benefits of it. But yeah, as I said, generally it's just going to be nice. You can see I already have the Devour kind of going as well. And the damage is going to be rare. As I said, obviously, I want to be hitting my crits a little bit more because, yeah, you do so much more freaking damage. But as I said, in a good like Falcons build as well, I'll get the Devour going with, of course, the volatile, which is just going to be so freaking nice. You can kind of already see it can just go in really well in the right build. I'm telling you, this is just, it's just a really dope ass sidearm. And this is without the catalyst too. Throw on the catalyst on this onto this as well, and you're doing basically increased damage after you get your first hit with Devour, because it will just weaken. So it might be a really cool way of, instead of using tractor cannon, which is just great, you could use like something else in the heavy just to weaken, or use this to get the weaken going, weaken an enemy, and then of course you can start going in with your a better heavy or whatnot. So I said it's got some unique, really cool things going for it, and I do think that it's definitely worth doing the dungeon for, mainly because the dungeon is just going to be dope anyway. But you can see there's the crit damage and there's the Devour coming in. Oh my god, this gun is just, it's so beautiful. I mean, it has such good aesthetics to it as well. I really need to see what exactly the ornaments and everything are going to look like in this, because I can only imagine how freaking cool they can make this thing look. You can put some other things onto it as well. Like if you want to go for like a child build with like warlocks or a Devourlock build, you can definitely try to do that. With Devour, of course, you can kind of get it going a lot more consistently on of course a warlock. But you can definitely see that damage wise as well, this is not bad at all, and they can definitely do work, especially because it's got such a large ammo reserve. So the ammo reserve is definitely one of the best things kind of about it. It means you can kind of, if you got enough like modifiers and everything kind of running, you can kind of run around with this by itself, and the damage is definitely going to be there. And you can see, oh my god, the Devour coming in. Look, I'm a little bit weak, but you know what? We got a kill. There's the Devour procking. Oh, we can basically two-shot the yellow bars. I'm telling you, this thing, it's an absolute freaking beast once you kind of get it going, and that's without even the catalyst. I heard the catalyst actually also increases like reload and everything too, but oh man, this is such a cool weapon. It's so much freaking fun. Now, I will definitely say, obviously, with the catalyst, I could probably weaken this guy because obviously I have Devour then, but I will still say overall, it's still a really dope ass freaking sidearm. I mean, it's super unique too. It looks really dope. And I just, as I said, there's a freaking sidearm meta in D2, boys. And we're freaking living in the golden age of sidearms right now. I know some people might hit me though with the fact that this is an exotic, so it does take up that slot. But as I said, the thing about this is that it's actually got such good util sort of stuff. And with sidearms probably being, with sidearms being what's called barriers to season 2, it could go in really clutch in certain, obviously GMs or whatnot, because obviously against champs and everything it'll be nice, and especially if you're getting Devourlock kind of going the whole time with volatile rounds too. I'm telling you right now, this is just, it's just one of these weapons where it can just go so ham so freaking well. And I just think that for the dungeon that's in it, if it was like Ghost to the Deep or something, that's not that it's hard, but it's super long, I'll be like, don't even really bother too much. But with the Warden's Law freaking dungeon, it's basically a really short one. I mean, there is a bit of traversal, but it's one of a really cool dungeons. It's probably my favorite dungeon that they've actually come out with, apart from Shadow Throne. So in that alone, it's definitely worth doing that dungeon regardless. But when you start getting this exotic to drop, oh my god, it's just, it's a beautiful exotic. Alright, this should be the end of the strike, of course, because yeah, this guy is probably going to die lit. That's the strike. He just dies so fast. But that is going to be the Buried Bloodline, of course, in some PvP and some PvE. As I said, this thing is just, it's a sidearm freaking meta, boys. What can I say? The revolution of the sidearms, the golden age of the sidearms is here, and Buried Bloodline is definitely up there. I will say, like, PvE ammo might be a little bit short, but if you have the right mods or whatnot, you can basically spam this out so much. And I do think that overall, this is just a really dope ass sidearm. I mean, not even just because of how it works, but look at the look of it. Oh my god, the freaking subtitles right everywhere. Well, that is it for me, and of course the Buried Bloodline sidearm itself. As I said, this is obtainable from completing. It's the last encounter, so you don't have to do the full encounter, but the last encounter will of course drop the Buried Bloodline from, of course, the Warlords Ruin dungeon itself. As I said, it's a really cool dungeon in of itself, so if you want to do it anyway, it's definitely worth doing because it's a really cool dungeon. But I will say that this exotic, it's super cool. I will say it's niche, and different builds will suffice to different things, but I will say don't sleep on this. I think that this is a bit of a sleeper for certain builds and everything, especially if you want like high uptime. If you want like high uptime or survivability, I mean, if you want Devour kind of going all the time on any subclass, it'll be worth it for that. Maybe you want to go for your Apex in the bottom slot, of course, with maybe bait and switch. Hit your shots with this, get your Devour going, hit your shots with primary, then whip out the Apex and just keep on killing things. I think it overall has a really cool area, really cool niche area in PvP. Is it going to be something that sits in the vault? I think for some people it might so, especially PvP players. I mean, I think it's dope PvP. I think it can go in, especially when you get used to where to shoot. As I said, aim a little bit above their head and usually track to their head. But I will definitely say that it's just a bit hit or miss. It's not a consistent enough. It's not like Forerunner where you could absolutely spam somebody out real fast, which is obviously another special sidearm. It's not like one of them where you can guarantee yourself sort of kills. This one, like, I feel like I can somewhat, but there is times where I just whiff completely, and it's not really my fault. They just like dodge the tracking, which you're not gonna PvP, especially at high end. You don't want to be any inconsistencies. You want things that can pretty much always work. And then obviously PvE, this is an absolute masterclass in the right build. I was running the Falcons because obviously volatile with this is dope, but you can definitely use, as I said, you can use your arc subclass if you wanted to. You can go in with, of course, Strand. Imagine sort of Devour lock on a frickin' or Devour on Titan. That is Strand. They never die. You would never die. Even without the Catalyst, it's pretty dope. But of course, if you get the Catalyst as well, it will go in a little bit more PvP or PvE as well, because you'll start getting the weakening going as well when you have Devour. So I think overall, it's just a really dope ass sidearm. And guys, as I said, we've got a golden age of sidearms. We've got a freaking special exotic sidearm. We've got a freaking another special exotic sidearm. We've got a freaking rocket launcher sort of sidearm, micro missile type thing. We are in a golden age of freaking sidearm metas, boys. It's here. It is glorious. I love this weapon so much. It's super cool. But regardless, if you liked the video, show us a like, and we see more content, subscribe. Fantastic day, and hopefully I'll see you in the next collective in the next one.